Welcome to the Blerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. Lots of stuff to get through today, but before we do, if you're new to the podcast, make sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. Thank you for all of our new listeners. We have a bunch of new listeners, so shout outs to y'all. Keep telling your friends who are also nerds to listen to the Blerds podcast. We appreciate the support. And then, yeah, if you're listening to us on audio only, if you could just go on over to our YouTube channel and give us a subscribe there, we would appreciate it. Even if you don't have time to watch the full videos, if you listen to the audio episode, just give us a like to the episode on YouTube, and we would greatly appreciate it. And then, yeah, keep telling your friends to tell your friends about the Blerds podcast. What's up, guys? What are some nerdy things that y'all have been up to this week?
Yeah,
What's going on? It's been a good week. I'm still, super busy at work right now, so not a lot of nerdy things. I got Forza 6 still playing that a lot, and then I'm on season 2 of House of Dragons, so I'm trying to blaze through that real quick because of the new episodes supposed to come out today.
Yep,
yeah,
it does. Well, it's Sunday as we're recording for anyone that's listening for the first time. So yeah, by the time you listen to it, it is already out. Anyway, sorry, continue.
And that's really been it.
That's it? No final.
I mean, I've jumped into a couple other random games, but like nothing's really. I'm really just sinking my teeth into Forza 6 right now.
I wonder how many games it's gonna take before Jaja finally finishes Final Fantasy. How many times will it get tossed to the back burner before you finish it?
I'm lying. I did like 7 chapters of Gears of War 4 because I never played 4 or 5, so trying to run through 4 and 5. So yeah.
Great. Sounds amazing. Thanks, Jaja. James, what have you been up to?
Usual things for me. So Dr. Stone, we're coming up here on the last episode this week. So looking forward to see how it closes out. Been enjoying the series a whole lot. I still haven't read it all. But yeah, once it ends, I'll just read the whole thing. And then there's extra chapters too. So it's like a spinoff manga. So I have the whole series and the manga, the spinoff manga too. So to read. But yeah, that Needy Girl Overdose, still watching, still pretty enjoyable. And I finished Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. I think it like fully drops next month. So I'll be looking forward to watching that. Oh, I watched Pluto.
Oh, someone did their podcast homework.
Yeah, watch Pluto.
Jaja. Yeah.
So
make
yeah,
that face.
Whenever we get into that, I'll share my thoughts on there.
Okay.
Gaming wise, I played 007. Well, I beat it. Honestly,
Ooh,
early
nice.
thoughts. This is one of my Game of the Year contenders. That game is fire. Yeah. So I hadn't played any of the Hitman games, so I wasn't familiar with that formula and how they do games, but they got it right. I'm gonna definitely play the Hitman games after this. Super good story though. And then I jumped into Dead by Daylight again because they just dropped Jason, so he's one of the killers now, so you got to escape him. Nice. Super hard to escape because like he essentially like can teleport. He just pops up behind you somehow, and yeah, this like you still got to get used to new killers, their powers and stuff like that. And he has like a spear that he can chuck at you, so pretty tough, pretty scary. And I jumped back into Hollow Knight. So since I beat 007, I was like, all right, let me get some more backlog games. So back on Hollow Knight. It looks beautiful on OLED because there's so many like dark contrasting colors in the game. And I already beat another boss, so I'm making my way through. I should be done with Hollow Knight pretty soon. I do want to start Silk Song at some point, but I don't think it'll be the next game I start after this.
I forgot that I owned that game. I forgot that I owned Hollow Knight and that I have not finished.
Yeah, no, it's definitely challenging, but I mean, I got back into it pretty quickly, so I got back to the rhythm pretty smooth. And then I downloaded, but I didn't start playing Persona 5, so I want to give that a try.
Ooh, wait, I thought you didn't like turn-based. Wait,
I was about to explain.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I've been trying to give games a try from like genres that I don't typically play. So when I played Dispatch, I hadn't typically played strategy games, but Dispatch made me a believer. So I'll try again with Persona 5. I tried Expedition 33, wasn't really for me. So I'm gonna try again with Persona 5. See, can I get into those kind of games? So yeah, I have a lot of different games that I kind of want to check out. Just that genre that I have been kind of avoiding. So opening up the genres here.
Yeah, just like you did when you opened up from playing only shooter games.
That was never the case. I don't know where that came from.
Okay.
And I finished Spider Noir too.
Nice. Amazing. Did you like it? What is your rating of the season?
Yeah, give it like a 7. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm dying to see more, but I don't think it was bad by any means.
Okay. Fair
Did
enough.
you watch it in black and white or color?
Oh, black and white for sure.
Okay.
I think we all watched it in black and white, right?
I
Yeah,
watched it
but
in
I
black
did
and
see some
white.
scenes in color. I like to see like, are what are these colors? Because I wanted to see what color the other people's powers were. So I just wanted to see. So I did look at those scenes in color just to check it out.
I watched the first half black and white, and then I started switching to color. And I don't know. I thought both versions were really really good. Like you switch to color, and it gets just
That's
super
what I
super
heard.
colorful. And like I couldn't choose which one was better. So then after I finished the whole thing, I kind of like switched it back to black and white, and then wanted to rewatch it in full color. But both versions look like visually look good.
Yeah, I heard the color version is also like visually stunning. I have not seen any of it in color, but I heard it looks really good. All right, so we're both all done. Wait, Jaja, did you finish? You finished, right?
Finished Noir.
No? Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you rate this season?
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
But like, what do you rate it?
Out of like a 10, maybe like I want to give it an 8, but I don't think it was that good. Maybe like a 7.5.
Okay,
The
fair
8,
enough.
somewhere around there.
I think I agree with that. Okay, cool. What did I do? So, not too much. I did watch Pluto, so I didn't finish the second episode. I'm halfway through it, so I like halfway did my podcast. We'll talk about it a little bit, but that is because maybe it's because I wasn't fully locked in. That it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Okay, James, what did you like? Do you like the show or do you not like it?
I finished the entire series.
You did?
Yeah.
Wait, you finished the whole thing?
It's 8 episodes.
Shoot. Well, no, you guys only had to watch 2. I didn't know if you were gonna like it or not. I didn't know
I
that
thought it
you
was
liked
3.
it enough. No, I said 2. I have proof of that. I will pull up archives.
You didn't finish.
I know. But
Wait.
I said like since episodes were like a little bit longer, then I said that we'll do 2 episodes instead of 3. But wait, I didn't expect you to finish the whole thing. Oh.
But you didn't even finish
that's
one
all.
episode, right, Shannon?
No, I finished. No. I watched 1.5 episodes.
Okay.
I finished the full first episode, and I got halfway through the second one. Don't try to slander me, okay? I admit I still didn't do the full homework, but I got there. James, did you? Okay, so I'm assuming you liked it. That you thought it was because the first episode was kind of like.
Oh, I got some good sleep out of that first episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the first episode was it was losing me a little bit. So I was like, I don't know. That's why like I didn't really fully. In the second episode, it kind of like switches gears a little bit. But still, I just didn't finish it because I just didn't have the time to before this. I was watching it this morning. Okay, but does it pick up though?
Yeah, I think so. So I'm not like a huge fan of like technology take over the world kind of stories. So
Okay.
I did end up watching it like fully through. But yeah, I mean the mystery. I don't say it's like a super duper mystery. It's pretty hard, easy to reveal. At least I figured it out on my own. Like it didn't seem like a super duper twist going on. But no, I think it's worth a watch. I don't know if it's full. Like I think what you said was like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it was 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yep, it is.
I don't know if I'd personally give it that high of a thing, but yeah, it was a good watch.
Okay, wow. Kudos to you for finishing the whole series. That's crazy. Was not expecting you to come on here and say that. For those of you who are new to the podcast who don't know what we're talking about, so last week I gave we do this thing called blurred consumption, where it's like if one of us wants the other to watch something or play something, you can throw blurred consumption on them, and then everyone has to watch or play that thing. Usually it's like 3 episodes of a show, but I changed it to 2 just because the episodes were, I know the first episode was like an hour and 11 minutes, so it was kind of long for this anime. So we did 2, unless you're Jaja, who didn't do any, or me, who only did 1.5. We're both guilty. But just really quick, I'll read the synopsis, just in case anyone else out there wants to watch it. And yeah, I picked this one because, yeah, it has 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, which is kind of rare, I think, for anything to have a perfect score like that. So Pluto is a critically acclaimed 2023 Netflix anime series based on a story arc from Osamu Tezuka's Astro Boy. It's reimagined as a dark, mature sci-fi murder mystery. And it's 8 episodes that follows a robot detective, how do you say his name? Gaishikt, yes. As he investigates the murders of powerful robots and their human allies, exploring themes of war, prejudice, and what it means to be human in a world where robots and humans coexist. I feel like the sound of it sounded very interesting. The first episode, yeah, to me, it was really slow and it was really hard for me to get into it. And the second episode was kind of like an in-between. But if you're saying, James, that it gets better, but it's still not your favorite, I'll continue to watch it, maybe.
Yeah, like there's actually some really good storytelling too. It kind of ends not a cliffhanger, but there's like some unknowns at the end. Like I had to do some like go online and see like, all right, did the manga differ? The manga does differ from the anime a little bit, but yeah, I had to go figure out some unanswered questions. But
Got it.
Yeah, it does end kind of like with a head scratcher.
Got it. Okay. Is the little boy supposed to be Wait, no, that's not what's happening. It's a reimagining. So I was just confused for a second. But yeah, I'll continue to watch it. But yeah, because I'm just dying to see why people rated it so highly. I didn't get the vibes from the first episode as to like why. But
yeah, there's some episodes that like seem fillerish, but maybe I think it might be the second episode. But it's like a guy like playing music, and I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? But it does tie in. So
okay, cool. We'll just keep. Yeah, wasn't that the first episode? Was that the guy and his robot playing the piano, or is there another musical episode?
The butler. Okay, was that the first episode?
Yeah, that was. First
okay,
episode.
Gotcha. Yeah, when I was watching, I was like, what's going?
I was kind of confused too. I was like, what's happening right now? Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, cool. And then I thought like, oh, is this like are there different stories, or this is still all one story though? Yeah.
For a second, I thought it was like separate stories of stuff going on with like people's interactions with these robots.
That's what I thought, but apparently not. Okay, cool. I'll keep watching it. So I did that. So last week, I've been on the fence about, I've been going through like my want to play games list, and I've had Stellar Blade on my want to play games list for a while. So I was looking in the PlayStation Store last week. Don't give me that face. Let me get into that. I'm going to get into that in a second. So I had that on my want to play games list. It was $40 in the PlayStation Store. I find it very hard to say my sentence when James is looking at me like that. Stop looking at me like that. Stop judging me. It was $40 last weekend but I didn't want to buy it right away because I didn't know if I was going to like it. So I was able to download a 2-hour trial for that game, which I don't know why that's not available for every game, but you could do it for that game. So I downloaded the 2-hour trial, but I didn't get to play the 2-hour trial until this weekend. So I played the 2-hour trial yesterday. And I will say, James, to your point, yes, that game is very over-sexualized. It's kind of weird, but I'm a girl, so it's fine. But I feel like you should side-eye the men playing this game because it's obviously very over-sexualized. But so,
I mean, is it the sexualization for the men?
That's what the gamers claim they want.
That makes it worse, though. That makes it worse.
Females, I should say.
Yes, that makes it worse.
Swear they want.
Okay.
I was looking at videos trying to see like, all right, what's this game about? What's so fun about it?
Mm-hmm.
It was, nobody was saying anything of substance about that game.
Yeah, so it's a little bit, but yes, so there are the people that play it for the obvious perverted reasons, but it's actually fun. Like the gameplay is actually really fun. So I was take all that other stuff out of it. I was enjoying the gameplay and stuff of it. But then my 2-hour trial ended. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll buy this because only $40. But then it was $70 again, guys. It must have been on sale last week. So now I'm not buying it. At least not right now. But I do want to play it. In the trial, I had fun with the trial. So I'll probably buy it at some point. I'm going to see if it goes on sale again, like in the next couple months. But yeah, it went back. I saw it. It went back to 70. I was not happy about that. So yeah, so I did that. Don't judge me. But yeah, the game is, I feel like it could have been a good game without all of that other stuff that they put in there. But the sequel that they're coming out with, when they were showing the trailer for the sequel at whatever showcase they were showing it at, it looked a lot less sexualized than this first game. So hopefully the second game is a little bit better in terms of that. But the gameplay is fun. So that's all I'm saying. Don't judge me, James. I see you.
Oh no judging here. I was actually gonna judge because this game happens to be third person point of view.
This is the kind of game I like. I like this kind of stuff. Open world.
Oh, we know.
Okay. you see? Okay. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, there's some very like questionable outfits that you can get for her. I'm going to stick with the original outfit, which seems like the least out there. I was like, what is going on right now? But yeah, the game itself is fun though. Everything else is questionable. The game is fun. So I played that. And I think did I do anything else nerdy this week? No, I didn't. But I have some PTO coming up soon, so I'm looking forward to catching up on all the things that I feel like I can't catch up with.
Are you going to Japan?
Because there's too much going on. No, that's happening next year. Not this year, but
write that down, man.
I mean, it's happening at the end of next year. There's still a long time to go. Over a year away from that trip. And no plane ticket has been purchased yet, so that's all in theory. But it is happening. All right. Let's jump into...
Before we get off nerdy things, we cannot move on without talking about our now, what's the word I'm looking for? Fashion icon, anime fashion icon, Mr. James over here.
Yes, James.
Mr.
Don't try to hide from us.
Cosplay King, you gotta tell us what's going on, man.
Oh yeah, so it was a photo shoot that my friend, he had the concept for. So it was kind of like black cosplayers in and out of cosplay. So the idea was like kind of highlight what you like you do professionally, and then what you do as a hobby, which is for me is cosplay. So yeah, there were outfit choices for. Well, actually, I'll probably that stuff to work. But yeah, the first outfit that we posted was that yellow jacket. That was kind of just regular fit, and then the next was the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So from part 5, my favorite part, of course, Giorno Giovanna. At the end, he has a black outfit that he wears. So that's the second outfit that I posted. So that was my cosplay outfit there. So
nice. Yes, it was. We're gonna throw the pictures on the YouTube feed so people can see what we're talking about. They were pretty.
Oh yeah, hey, subscribe.
Pretty fire.
Super fire. Yes.
Yep. But yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to see what else you're doing that you're hiding from us, James. When is it going to be revealed that you're judging some kind of anime award show?
I feel like we're gonna get an anime one day based on James. James is gonna be like the main character.
That's like yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I do got some news coming out around DreamCon time though, so stay tuned.
You see? That's what you see, Jaja? That's gonna be what it is. All right, cool. Let's jump into some video game news. All right, Jaja, you got to kick off this first story. This one in here? Yeah.
Epic Games has announced Unreal Engine 6 and the new game development engine. Right now a lot of people are using Unreal Engine 5. Like that's that's a conversation in the industry that everybody's using this engine, and the same problems are popping up in multiple games because of the way you can optimize in this engine and stuff like that. I don't know the technical details of what's making this UE6 better than UE5, but it's supposed to help developers and optimizing games and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have anything on this. I have a little side tidbit. I don't want to run off on a tangent, but I was watching a YouTube video and somebody was talking about Epic Studios changing their business model, and they were just talking about how Epic has tried to make a platform similar to Steam and other wall gardens, like the Epic Game Store. They were making exclusive deals where you can only get the game in the Epic Game Store, and they were talking about how they're kind of spreading themselves too thin because they have these two major, they have Fortnite and they have Unreal Engine 5. All these developers that use an Unreal Engine 5 are giving them a cut because of their using their development platform. And then you got Fortnite, this monster game that you can focus on and build and build up. But it seems like they're trying to go for the lock everybody into their wall garden type of thing instead of focusing on these two major things that are making the most money for them. And it was just an interesting article about they should be focusing more on Unreal Engine and Fortnite. But yeah, it does seem like they're doing something. They're coming out with a whole new platform, so hopefully it helps the developers.
It's about time though, because we've been using Unreal Engine 5 for a long time now, right?
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Oh, been a while, yeah. I do want to highlight an excerpt that they have here. So they said, for UE6, we see LLMs, generative AI models, and tools like Claude and Codex playing a central role in helping you build content faster while maintaining the creative control you need. So they were looking to get some of that AI money, is what I'm hearing.
Yep. Not surprised. This is where we are now in the world.
And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the future, because some of the more popular games like I think Subnautica 2, Crimson Desert, Forza, I think they're using their own engine. These developers built their own engine for the game, and you can tell the difference. But yeah, it's gonna be. We'll see if people are gonna lean on this or start to build their own. Yeah,
that's interesting. All right, well, more to come on this, I guess, as it continues to develop, because this is not. They're still working on this, right? This is not ready to be used yet.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Before we get into, nope. Actually, let's get into this. So, some news we got this week, June 25th, which is that Friday? Thursday. GTA 6 pre-order launch. So on June 25th, you will be able to pre-order GTA 6. And then we'll finally have the answer to the question we've been asking for the last 5 months, it seems. It almost seems like, how much is this game gonna cost? We'll know on Thursday when pre-orders launch. So I think now is the time, guys, to put in your final bets. for what you think GTA 6 is going to cost. Jaja, what do you think?
I'm going to guess $79.99.
$80. Okay. James, what about you?
I think it'll launch at 70.
70? All right. I don't know. I'm with you, Judge. I think it's going to launch at 80. I think it's going to launch above normal price. But, or maybe even 90. I'm kind of teetering there, but we'll see.
I kind of feel like 80 and 90 might be quote unquote sweet spot for them, because they can like kind of appease the two big crowds, the people that think it should be more than a regular game, and then the people who don't want it to go above $100 type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
90 just sounds so. I mean, I know people will buy it at 90, but it just sounds so. I scoffed at a regular $70 game yesterday when I was trying to decide if I wanted to buy something. But, that's just kind of like where we are right now. But we'll find out finally. And then everyone just can stop asking. Nobody here is pre-ordering the game, right? James, I know you said you weren't going to.
No, I still haven't even played 5.
Yeah. Josh, are you going to pre-order it or no?
No. My backlog is too crazy, and there's other games I'm waiting for.
I can agree. Your backlog is crazy.
I haven't even bought Crimson Desert yet. That was one of my highly anticipated games for this year. I'm kind of waiting for a little sale, but I'm getting closer to giving up on that and just copping it, but we'll see.
Yeah, that game is not going to go on sale. I haven't heard anybody talk about that game in a couple of weeks. So did it fall off really hard, or are people still playing it?
It's the microwave culture that we're living in 2026. Nothing gets that much attention these days, no matter what.
I mean, you get a lot of attention in the beginning, and then people kind of just stop talking about it. Yeah. Unless you're like a really fantastic breakthrough game, like Expedition 33. But yeah, okay.
I was watching a video recently. It said people aren't paying full price for games anymore, like by and large. So, like most people buy their games on sale these days. So people are waiting outside of that initial launch release window. So
or used. I'm about to go over to GameStop and buy Stellar Blade used for $30.
Yeah. So one of the games they highlighted was Devil May Cry 5. They said it had its best-selling month, and that game has been out for years. So
really?
they just had its best-selling month.
That is interesting. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because it's crazy. Like, $70 is not something that I want to spend on video games repeatedly over and over again. It's just a lot. It's too much money.
And obviously, I don't know what happens in the PlayStation store, but the Xbox and Steam store give out like really good deals, and some even new games like get a slight discount kind of before you're expecting it. It's not a huge discount, but they are like the sales do like pop up pretty frequent. And then I'm following guys on YouTube that cover these sales, and they'll tell you when a game, this has been like the most deeply discounted it's ever been kind of thing. So yeah, they kind of work in the sales. I wish they would just, make the games cheaper. I kind of have a little prediction. I think Halo is going to sell crazy Campaign Evolved just because it's $50.
$50 is a good sweet spot. I wish that could go back to being the norm. 50, 70 is a lot of money.
We do have pretty variable pricing as far as games go.
We do, yeah.
Just so in some research I've done, I looked at the Steam charts because people love Steam charts, and the top selling games, looking at the top 50, the average price of a game that people are paying that's top selling is $21, and then the median price is $19.99. So that's the for the top 50. Top 100 average price drops to $18.92, and the median price drops to $14.99. So of the top 100 games in Steam, people are not really paying above $20 for the game.
Interesting.
On average.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, a lot of indie games go super viral on Steam, and that's where they have a lot of their success. So that indie games are usually cheaper, so that contributes to that.
Yep. Yeah. The friend swap games, people call them. But I mean, I think they have a great business strategy. So let's say you do drop a game that's $20. So it's a game called Mecha Chameleon out right now. It's like a hide and seek game where you can like paint yourself and then you like try to blend in with the background. But like a game like that, of course you want to play with your friends. So you can easily convince your friends, hey guys, let's drop 20 on this game. We might play it for only a month, but like if you and your friends can get, let's say 2 hours of gameplay every weekend for 4 weeks straight, that's way more value than if you guys go to the movies for one night and you get 3-4 hours of hanging out time. So I think those friend slot games that they call them, that they crack the recipe because $20 you can play with your friends for hours on end versus one night at the movies, which actually might cost you like $60 if you.
It'll cost you $60.
So
popcorn, drink, movie ticket. You're looking at a good $50, $60 maybe sometimes 70. It depends if you're on a date. It does definitely costing you a lot of money.
But I absolutely do not like that term, the friend slop games.
Right.
I get what they're trying to say, but I'm like, game where you can just hang out with your friends and it isn't really like the gameplay mechanics might be not like super crazy, but like it's enough to have fun. Friend slop, it just gives a negative connotation to it when it's like people are having fun on the game. Yeah.
Right.
Let's
No,
all
what's
right,
wrong with
Jaja,
hanging out with your friends?
come up with a new name right now, and we'll say that we coined it here on the Blerds and Nerds podcast.
I think about it.
Okay. But yeah, so a couple days away from that, and yeah, looking forward to seeing how much. If it does launch at 70, it's going to be kind of like, I mean, it'll be good for the gamers, but it'll be kind of just lackluster just because everyone's been speculating about the price of this game for a long, long time. So for it to launch at a normal price will be kind of surprising to me, but we'll see.
And then in other, not other GTA 6 news, but I was watching something where they were saying that this game, I didn't do much research to confirm, but supposedly this GTA is supposed to be like the last GTA to come out, and they're making the map so that it could be updated and added to, kind of making it like a Fortnite type of thing where they don't have to make another game. They can just alter this game in all type of ways, basically making it a live service game. I don't know how we'll see, if that's true or not, but that's one of the rumors right now.
I mean, that's probably, I feel like this is the type of game that you can do that with, right? Like if you think about the cost of making a full game, like how much did this game had like $1 billion budget or something, right? Didn't we talk about that a while ago? It was like some insane number that it cost to make this game. Like,
yeah, and that's the other reason why, because it took 7-year gaps between this one and the last GTA.
Yeah.
And they're saying that the development cycles is too long and it's too expensive. So they don't want to take another 7 years to make another GTA. They kind of want to just milk this one to death.
Well, that's kind of what they're doing. Yeah. I mean, if the game is built to support that type of continued development, then why not do it? It just seems like a smarter move economically. Cool. Let's move on. So, EA, everyone's love to hate studio, is introducing EA advertising. So, it's launching brands directly into gameplay. So, I think we had talked about this when they had first announced that they were going to start introducing advertising to the games, and I was like, are they literally putting like ads? Like, is my game going to stop to play an ad? I think we had talked about this, but it looks like they're just introducing like brands like into the story or into the world in which you're playing in. So you might see a billboard for like Pepsi or something like that, or like places in life where you would see advertisements for stuff. I guess they're working that into their games in the world. So how do you guys feel about this?
I feel like it's low-key already in there. Like like some of when I used to play Skate, like they would have the actual brands represented, and like you could put your character in whatever brand you like. So or even I think Madden, like you could wear like Nike or Adidas and stuff like that, or maybe not Madden, but maybe 2K. But yeah, I feel like some brands are already kind of represented in there. I've never like been playing a game and seen something like, man, let me go buy that. I don't know how
nothing that I will see in a video game will cause me to buy it in life. Yeah. But yeah, that's not, I feel like that kind of advertisement is not too disruptive as long as it's not like, I don't know, overkill, I guess. If you're looking around everywhere on the map and seeing some kind of advertisement, I think that might take you out of it a little bit. But if it's like thoughtfully placed, I guess it's not terrible. Okay, Jaja, I see that you are hard disagree.
I don't know. The way some of this is sounding is like they're going to be squeezing it in anywhere they can, right? They launched a whole new division just focused on this, and some of it sounds like you could get a mission that's sponsored by Sprite. Like it sounds disgusting.
Okay, well, see that's when you 100% start to lose me.
This objective is sponsored by something, and it's like I'm not a fan of EA in general. I think they do a lot of like scummy stuff, but this is just this is not. I don't like this at all. And then it's also going to be like tracking your data to like target ads for you. So it's kind of like that's another part of it.
Like a social media algorithm. I don't like that. I didn't actually read this whole article, so that part of it that you just said, I don't like. I don't agree with that. What about you, James? Do you want your game mission sponsored by Pepsi?
Nah, yeah. Reading further into this, enhanced targeting and measurement capabilities. They're about to go the lowest of the low here.
Yeah, you're already on thin ice. People hate you already for your scummy in-game purchase practices. So this is going to tip it over the edge. What is going on here? Yeah, no, I don't. No. I mean, they could try to do this if they want to, but it's just going to turn more people off from playing any kind of EA game. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like EA, like James said, EA has like a lot of sports games. They get away already with ads everywhere. Like,
yeah.
So, I mean, and it's cool in a basketball game because, like, you know, in the arena, the stadium's filled with ads. It makes sense to see similar ads. Like, if I see Sprite on the court side in a basketball game, I won't be like, that's not too crazy. It's just like, you know, like I said, if I have a mission sponsored by something, like you just squeeze it in spots that it just clearly doesn't need to be.
Yeah, I don't.
Your loading screen might be sponsored by a brand. Like it's gonna get nasty.
I feel like nobody wants that. I don't think people want to be taken out of their game in that way, where they're just ads are being crammed into places that don't really fit. But I don't put it above them to have done this though. It just seems like the next evolution in there.
This might seem silly, but I already have a problem with Amazon. You watch an Amazon and it likes to give you the ads, and now it has the button that pops up that you can just press the button for the ad and it'll take you to whatever it's trying to sell you. I'm like, geez, y'all making this like, no.
Well, you mean when you're watching something on Prime?
Yeah. Like the commercials will come and then it'll give you the button to the link. Here, go directly to the product.
See. There, I spend the little bit of extra money to have peace of mind of no ads. I can't do it because it's just too much. But yeah, I wonder. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna have the ads in the game, but then you can pay for an in-game purchase add-on where they'll take all the ads out and you don't have to see anything. That's what they're gonna do. Like, hey,
I'm sure that's not far away.
That is dummy.
Spend this extra money and unlock no ads, no generative ads on your thing. They just won't be there. That's what's going to happen. I wouldn't put it above them. All right. What else is going on?
So we got some information about Crazy Taxi. We talked about, we saw the trailer for it in one of the showcases that was just announced. And they are disclosing that they didn't use AI in their game, allegedly, but they have been using generative AI as kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like an inspiration. Like they'll put in generative AI something similar that they want to build, and they'll use that model to create it in the actual game. So it's not like a copy and paste type of thing. They're using it more as a reference. That's the word I'm looking for. So how do you feel about that?
Well, isn't that what that's what Expedition 33 was doing, right? And then they came under fire slightly when something accidentally made it into the real game, right? They were doing like something similar, like references, and then they would just
and I think I don't know if so they haven't said if Crazy Taxi is doing like putting placeholders in the game, but I think that might be the difference between it and Expedition 33. Like they were actually putting the generative AI stuff in the game as placeholders until they actually clean it up, but it sounds like they're using it as a reference and not actually like copying it into the game. They're just using it as a framework to build whatever they want in the game.
I mean, that's fine. I don't think I have a problem with that. Doesn't that falls in line kind of with what I think of like responsible AI usage? I don't know. James, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think even if it's Gen AI used to like create drafts or ideas of stuff, I think it's probably a little bit on the shady side, but as a productivity tool, like if we're like, our creatives need to do, like, would they have this idea for something and they describe it to a T and then get Gen AI models to look at it? I mean, you still steal art from somewhere with Gen AI.
That's very true. Mm-hmm.
So I think they got to let creatives, create.
Yeah.
And not let the AI, even if you're like describing it on paper. I think part of the beauty of art is, you get to see what the interpretation of that artist's, like what they come up with versus, what can AI come up with. So, I mean, I personally would prefer that, artists make their art by hand, or, I mean, there's technology to make art, but like not like type in prompts to make art.
Yeah, to a robot to do it. Yeah, that's true. So is this going to hurt the game, really, is the question. Whenever this comes out. When's this coming out? 2027?
I think it'll still sell well.
Probably. There are people that don't have consciences. So
I think this is going to be a new normal. Like every game is using AI, whether they say it or not. I think it's being used widespread.
I know, probably. No one has integrity anymore, it seems. But yeah, that's just kind of like unavoidable, I guess. All right. Anything else on this before we move into PlayStation? All right. So Sony. We talked about this a little bit. There were rumors before that they were moving back to an exclusive model for their first party games. So it was in a business document that was obtained. It's highlighted that Sony is now pulling back entirely on multi-platform release of their first party games, even PC. So their games are no longer going to PC either. It's just going to be they're going to be PlayStation exclusives only. Their multiplayer games will still be multi-platform, but all of their first-party games will only be exclusive to PlayStation. So, we had talked about this a while ago. This has been an ongoing conversation for like a couple of weeks about how you kind of need exclusives to sell platforms. But then on the flip side of it, it's like, are you expecting, like, with your 1 or 2 exclusives a year that you're launching, are you expecting people to spend however much money on your console just to play these couple of games? So there's a flip side to the exclusivity argument, but I know a lot of people are disappointed because games like Wolverine, which like maybe may have eventually come to PC, just like the Spider-Man games did, not coming to PC anymore. There's also some other games that people were looking forward to as well that are not going to see the light of day unless you're a PlayStation fan. How a PlayStation owner, Jaja, how do you feel about this, since you are the non-PlayStation owner here?
So this was a really big story this week, and it was very confusing because some of the people are saying, yeah, they're confirming that single player games aren't going to PC, and then other people are saying, no, he's actually confirming that some might go to PC or not. So I'm gonna read his quote, and then we could kind of talk about it. So I think it's through translation also. So that's one of the things that's a topic, that this quote was translated and it might not be saying exactly what the person's saying, but in quotes, we've always determined platform selection based on the characteristics of each title. If releasing a title on PC would maximize the gaming experience, we'll continue to consider that option. Our current main policy is that for single-player games developed in-house, we will further refine the value of the gaming experience that the PlayStation can offer. In addition, at the same time, we believe it is important for live service games to reach a wide audience through online multiplayer, so we can continue to view releases on both PS5 and PC as the standard. Regardless of the platform, we will make decisions based on the principle of delivering the best possible gaming experience that maximizes each title's unique features. So, to me, yeah, this quote can go
that sounds like
either
completely
way.
different. Yeah.
So it sounds like something similar to Xbox, where they might look at it on a case-by-case basis, and if it makes sense for this one to be exclusive, or if it makes sense for it to go on PC, they'll make that decision as it goes. It doesn't sound to me like anything's set in stone right now.
Yeah.
Which,
that's interesting, because this article literally makes it sound extreme like one way.
All week, everyone's been going back and forth trying to figure out what is the actual meaning of these quotes and stuff like that.
So we still don't know. Fun. Okay. So then it's not really. So I guess we'll see when we'll see then, because no one really knows at this point.
Yeah, and I feel like they're gonna try to keep the single player exclusive. Like it's gonna be a similar strategy. Like, you need your exclusives, but you also want to sell more games. So it's kind of like they're balancing between both of that at PlayStation and Xbox. And in terms of the whole exclusive strategy, like, that kind of makes more sense to me, to have a middle ground into like reaching a whole bunch of customers and creating value for your platform and your brand. Kind of get it. I'm understanding more why it's, I don't know if I want to say needed, but why it's being implemented. Yeah,
there are pros and cons to it, and I think the pros and cons are both equally significant. So I think it's a hard line to walk when deciding whether or not you want to put your games out there or keep them in-house.
Because we know everybody's craving these single-player cinematic experiences over the show, the third person.
Me.
Oh, yeah. Add in the skimpy outfits for Shannon.
Okay. No, I'm not using the skimpy outfits, guys. So just want to put that out there. Okay. I do not want to be judged as I continue to play this game. Okay. The game is cool.
Listen,
aside from that,
I don't think anybody should be judged for playing games with sexuality. This has been a thing forever. Like, I'm just gonna Dead or Alive. I know I brought this up before, but Dead or Alive was one of the greatest fighting games, I think, and you used to be able to change the age and the settings to make the everything jiggle more. So that's been for years. And trust me, as a kid, every time I logged into that game, I put the age on 99. Everything was jiggling. Everything was jiggling.
Thanks, Jaja. Thanks. Okay. Okay, great. So I guess we'll see what's going on. What else is going on? More game studio layoffs. That's all that we're talking about all summer. What's happening now?
So we can come back to that when we talk more about layoffs later in the Xbox section. But yeah, it's been a lot of layoff talks.
Okay.
As usual.
Yeah. What's going on with Halo?
So Halo, yeah, this was big news this week too. Apparently, and it's all the two sides of the argument that I saw was, hey, Microsoft is trying to stick it to PlayStation owners that are going to play Halo, and the other side was this is a PlayStation problem. So apparently, the issue was news came out this week that the local split screen co-op on the PS5 for Halo Campaign Evolved, each person will need their own PlayStation user account. Right? Which is not a big deal. Okay, you can't play as guest. You have to make your own profile on the game. Big deal. But the problem was that people were saying that both accounts will need a PlayStation Plus subscription, and it needs to be linked to their Microsoft account somehow. So everybody was saying, going crazy over that. To play local co-op, you're telling me both people have to buy PlayStation Plus? That's absolutely ridiculous. And I agree. It sounds really, really dumb, for lack of a better word. And yeah, but clarification did come out that no, you won't need your own PlayStation Plus subscription, that you will be able to play locally, but they will need their own user name profile.
Okay.
So yeah, that was big news. And it seems like this was updated on IGN yesterday. So like I didn't even know this confirmation came out until like I was looking it up this morning. But yeah, all news, this has been a talk on whether this was Xbox trying to like stick it to PlayStation, or was this a PlayStation problem? Because we've had you need a PlayStation account to play this game in other areas before. Last time it was like on PC games, but it seems to be cleared up now.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's not as bad. So yeah, so you just need to have an account, but you don't need to be paying for a subscription.
Right.
All right.
But just imagine if they would have made both people play for a PlayStation Plus subscription. That would have been kind of scummy.
That would have been, yes, that would have been very scummy.
And I don't know how
just
that would
like
benefit.
More
sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't see how that benefits Microsoft. So.
It doesn't. Like, doesn't that just benefit Sony?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is strange. So.
And this game is if not at the top. I think Wolverine and stuff like that is over. I think it's number 6 right now on the pre-order charts for PlayStation. So this is a highly anticipated game coming over there. It's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about to come out soon, so I can't wait till it comes out. I know I'm jumping on this game when it comes out.
What? Which game? Sorry.
Halo Campaign Evolved.
Oh, Halo. Okay.
That a Game Pass game?
Yes, sir.
James going back to his roots.
And then part of me is like, why wouldn't they make this game an exclusive? Like Halo is like so tightly close knit to Microsoft more than Gears of War. I thought it would have made more sense to keep this exclusive than a Gears of War, or keep both of them and then send out other stuff. But I don't know. This whole exclusives thing got me all like, yeah.
It's only that we started moving away from exclusivity that this conversation is so complicated to have. I feel like, I wonder what if Xbox never decided to open up its gaming, I wonder, I don't know, would we have been complaining about exclusives at all? Or would we have just continued on with life the way that we have known it to be up until that moment? I don't know.
And I'm sure it's not a simple process to decide which games, are exclusive and are not, but I'm just wondering, like, what are the guidelines they're going by? Like, how is this decision being made? Like, which games are going to be exclusive and which ones aren't? So it's very interesting.
Speaking of Xbox, though, let's move on to some Xbox news. Lots of stuff going on there. So, Jaja, I'm sure you've been following this, right, throughout the week, but the head of Xbox Game Studios, Craig Duncan, and the chief of staff, Luis O'Connor, they have both departed Xbox at the same time, right? And they've both been with Xbox for a long time, but like have been in these specific roles for not that long. I think like Craig Duncan was the Xbox Game Studios head for what, like 18 months or something like that, a year. Yeah, and then Luis O'Connor was chief of staff, I think, for 8 months, but they were doing other things within the company for a long time before that. So the reasons for the departure were not given, but I guess it's interesting because it's coming out of time, obviously, where a lot of change is going on within Xbox because of Asha Sharma is a new CEO, and whatever she's doing to restructure Xbox or like make it, they've been saying for a long time that like the changes that they're going to make are to help make Xbox more profitable. So no one really knows like what that really entails, but they're leaving at a time when all of this talks of rumbling and restructuring and another like round of layoffs to help, I guess, optimize is going on. So Jaja, what do you think about this?
I think it's just more restructuring going on, and to be expected. People leaving, layoffs, all this stuff. It seems like it's going to be like this for the next couple of weeks at least.
But they left because they didn't get laid off, right? Like these two people, like they left of their own volition. That's what it sounds like.
Left, but I don't believe that. I think I don't know. We don't know what the true things are happening internally. We can only go off what they're saying. So yeah, they stepped down, but who knows? They could have been pushed out. They could have been. Hey, we'll give you an option to resign gracefully, or we fire you. Which one are you gonna take?
Interesting. Or I'm wondering, that, or I guess the other option is like maybe they just left because they didn't like the direction that the company was going in as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Either or. I guess we'll never know. Or maybe we will, but we don't know right now at the second. James, do you have any thoughts on this?
It's I mean, the rumor mill internally at work is going crazy. So it has been a bit of a bloodbath on that side. But we'll see what publicly comes out though.
Fair enough. And on top of all that, Microsoft has Microsoft has reportedly shut down the South of Midnight developer Compulsion Games. So they're responsible for a couple other games too, but I think their most recent one, South of Midnight.
They also made We Happy Few. I never played that one though. But this is just a rumor. It's not like confirmed right now.
Yeah.
So they're I think
reportedly planning to shut down South of Midnight. Yep.
And then also
but that was from June 15th, so I wonder if there are any more.
No, there's still so also Ninja Theory and Double Fine are allegedly at risk of being closed, but some of the reports coming out is that these studios are in negotiations to try and get spun off and become independent. So hopefully they can do that instead of actually closing the studio. I hope Microsoft has learned from just buying these studios to close them that sucks. That is so like disgusting. Let these studios survive somehow, even if they can't survive under your umbrella. But I don't like the fact that they just made all these purchases and you're talking about closing studios. Like y'all, no, let them do their thing, without you if that's the case. So hopefully these studios can get spun off and we don't see a lot of closures. And even if we do see closures, hopefully they integrate these workers into combine some studios. I don't know, but I don't want to see people lose their jobs. So.
If you're an independent studio and you make a massively successful game, I don't know. You should probably try to stay independent for as long as possible, because joining the corporate umbrella, joining under a wider, I think that, I don't know. Like with how unstable gaming is, especially under these big companies, I think that probably sets you up for some maybe not long-term success. I don't know. I know it's hard to stay independent as you continue to make or try to make bigger games, but probably should for as long as possible. I don't know. I think it's probably in your best interest. But
I'm not the game developer expert or anything. I'm not going to act like I know everything about this, but I feel like with the trends we're seeing today, the smaller and more compact you can make your studio, the more like production you could get out of a smaller team, the better in terms of for video games. It seems like the bigger these studios get, it seems like the more problems they have, the more red tape, the more managerial layers for stuff to get approved. Yeah, and it seems like Xbox is trying to slim down. So yeah, it seems like these smaller teams are probably
definitely, yeah. And then as you get bought out by these bigger companies, especially publicly reporting ones, you have to report to your shareholders. So you have an obligation to make them money. So if they say, hey, we think a live service game is what this studio needs, then you kind of have to bend to that will and at least attempt a live service game for your shareholders. So a game like, let's say, Hollow Knight, small team, if they say, hey, we want some live service Hollow Knight, I don't know what that's going to look like, but they would expect some live service Hollow Knight.
Yep. It kind of like kills creativity in a way because you don't get to do the things you want to do. You have to do the things that the people that are investing in you want you to do.
That some person in a suit who does not play video games and is just high up the chain says, hey, looking at market research, I see this makes a lot of money. Why aren't you doing this? That's what starts to happen to some of these studios as they get bought out.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad. Yeah. Anything else on this? What else is... And then we can move on now to the other conversation, which is just other widespread layoffs of Xbox.
Yeah. So, like, jumping back to Bungie, it's reported that they're going to lose 400 people this summer, allegedly, and that there's some confusion and turmoil going on over there because a lot of the workforce doesn't understand the decision to close Destiny 2. Like, it was, like, kind of more successful currently in its current state than Marathon is right now. So, yeah, it was a questionable decision why they're, like, shutting down Destiny 2 and then focusing on Marathon. But it looks like Bungie is not having the best year or years.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Common story and with a lot of different studios.
And then, yeah, we just talked about three studios at Xbox, but there are more studios that are at risk for being shut down or layoffs or stuff like that. So I just found an article that had some other studios that people aren't really talking about. And I don't really want to have to go into too much detail, but I do want to mention some of these studios that are in question. So Arcane Lion is at risk of being shut down, allegedly. This game was supposed to make Marvel's Blade, but there was something that came out this week saying that no, the Marvel Blade game isn't canceled, that they're still on track. It's just going through their creative difficulties over there. So, I mean, I would definitely like to see Blade come out.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't we all? The game and the movie, but the movie...
Yeah, we can't get the movie. We can't get the game. What's going on
I know. What's going on with Blade?
Mm-hmm.
Is Blade a cursed property?
We got Marvel Rivals. Blade.
Blade is like, I don't know if it's the first, but it's one of the first, like, Marvel's, like, those live action Marvel movies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Blade is an OG. Anyway, we got Bethesda Game Studios is kind of in the mix of whether they should, like, scale down their operation a little bit. People are waiting for any news on Elder Scrolls 6. We're being told that's in development. But that studio, every time it comes out with a game, some of the conversation is that this studio is really big and they shouldn't have as much of the issues that they have in terms of, like, the quality of the game and just how long it takes to get games out. We also got ID Software. This is the studio responsible for Doom: The Dark Ages, and, like, we don't get Xbox sales numbers, so we don't know how good it sold. But just from the news and the hype around the game, it doesn't seem like it went super viral. Might have did okay, similar to South of Midnight, you know. And it sucks to see these studios that have, like, just made a game being questioned like this.
Yeah.
And then outside of Xbox, we got BioWare. They're published by EA, and their last couple games haven't sold well, so they're thinking that they are going to have some layoffs over there. BioWare is responsible for Mass Effect. They're a huge company. Mm-hmm. They're responsible for some good games out there, so it would suck to see that studio, you know, not here. Hopefully they can figure that out. And then we got a studio called Don't Nod. Its more recent game is Banisher's Ghost of Eden, which is on my list of games to play because from what I'm seeing, that's a really good game. It's just not getting any type of advertisement or anything like that. It's like a third person cinematic over the shoulder, but it's like
that makes sense.
It feels kind of like Dark Souls-ish, and it's about this couple that are like banishing ghosts, something like that. But it seems like a decent game. It's on my list to play. And it is backed by Tencent. And, you know, Tencent, huge company, lots of money. There's no reason why they can't, help them out, but it seems like they are choosing not to or something like that. So it's saying that their cash reserves will run out by November. So we'll see what's going on over there. Another studio, Quantic Dream, they are developing Star Wars Eclipse. Haven't really seen much about that game. And they made the MOBA Spellcasters Chronicles. It was a live action game that was shut down. It was basically you could make like a wizard, and it was one of those battle royales, but you're a wizard and you're doing spells and stuff. It was actually a pretty cool game. I don't know. I guess it just wasn't popular. It got shut down, and only after a few months. And then its parent company, NetEase, is reportedly looking to sell. So NetEase is a huge company. They make a lot of like mobile games and stuff like that. So that's another one. And then finally we got Trenel, and they're I think they're under PlayStation Studios. They're behind Marathon and Saros, and those games are doing too good right now. So yes, they are in question.
It does suck when you release one game that doesn't do too well, and then it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to work in the video game industry, knowing that like your job depends on one game doing well or not doing well. I feel like there should be some wiggle room in there for your game to flop, and then you're like on to the next one maybe. But that doesn't seem like where we are right now.
You don't get that feedback loop. Like if your studio closes after just one game, it's like, all right, well, we did some things well. Let's improve on that. But it's like, well, the game didn't do well. You're done. So yeah,
I know it's crazy. It's just a crazy like I don't know. I can't imagine being a developer right now working in one of these studios. I just feel like that's very stressful.
I was gonna say I agree with you, Shannon, when it comes to like the companies that are under like a bigger company, but like these independent studios seem like they have more flexibility when it comes to like they drop a game, people have criticisms, and they could go back and make changes. Power is a really good example. They like this game is about to be 1.0. It's not even out yet technically, and the amount of updates that they made to this game based on the gamers' critiques is like astonishing. It's like they're giving people everything they asked for and stuff like that. So yeah, the flexibility is that when you're under like these big studios, like to make a change, you have to go all the way up the corporate ladder. Like, so even if you come out with a game and find out there's something fundamentally wrong with it, hey, I want to add this stuff because gamers are asking for it, it's hard for them to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're independent, think twice before being bought out by whatever company comes and says he wants to buy you. I don't know. It's
unless you just want the money. If you get the money and then you're like, okay, this is our new seed money, and I'm gonna start a new company.
Yeah,
that might.
But if you're looking to continue,
if you want to operate underneath another company, that sounds like a 360 deal.
Yes.
And speaking of how to be a successful company, the reports are out on Capcom. They've had a historic year. Apparently, this is some of the most money they've ever made in the history of their business. They've been on
Requiem?
They've been on an incredible run. Like Requiem, if you look at all the games that have come out maybe in the past year, I got to get that list. But I think we got Monster Hunter. They keep pumping out Monster Hunter games. Resident Evils have been on a smash.
They're about to release another Resident Evil. Yeah.
We got Resident Evil Code
Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry. We got Street Fighter. Like they're just coming out with games that are just hit after hit after hit. So, and then they're not like these cheesy live service. Well, some of them are live service, but like they're sticking to what people like. People want more Monster Hunter. They're gonna give them more Monster Hunter. People want to remake a Resident Evil. Okay, we'll give them that. We'll find ways to make Street Fighter better. So. And then they got some game. Onimusha's about to come out. We got Mega Man coming out next year. So I mean, it does feel a little bit like they're rehashing IPs, but I mean, as long as they're making improvements to the games, like there's a bunch of games we're asking other companies to bring back, right? There's a bunch of that all these companies are sitting on that if they were just to make a 2026 version, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. So. Yeah. I don't know. I know sometimes we come on here and we're like, yo, people are just rehashing stuff, not being creative. But like, if you do it good, then no one's gonna complain.
Yeah, if it's working for you, if it's keeping your company afloat, then that's the model, I guess. Yeah, I mean, good. They deserve it. Good for them. Good for them. They deserve to be doing well. So
And I've seen something. I don't know how true this is, but a lot of the younger generation aren't like consuming video games the way like the older generations are. Their focuses are elsewhere, and or they're playing one game so it makes sense that some of these IPs coming back are successful because most of the people playing video games were around when these games came out or have some knowledge of the game, the original game. So just interesting where things are headed.
Yeah, the younger generation don't like third person sort of.
They don't. So I work with high schoolers. They for sure are playing friend slop and mobile games. That's
mobile games. Yeah. Oh my God, the video game industry is gonna die as a whole. Oh my God, guys, that's so crazy.
They're not playing video games the way we are.
They're gonna kill the entire RPG story based gaming industry. That's gonna be really sad.
I don't think it's gonna die. I just think like we kind of been talking about a little bit, like a crash is coming, and it needs to get, the business in general needs to get a little bit smaller and more compact. Like
I'm on TikTok for this.
Yeah.
It's TikTok's fault.
Everything's fighting for everybody's attention. So video games is competing with TV, which is also competing with
everything's competing with TikTok. Like literally, we have lost people's attention span to TikTok. That's why people don't want to play video games because they're doom scrolling all day. It's terrible. Anyway, sorry. Follow us on TikTok, guys. Great. Should we move on to some anime news?
Yes, let's do it.
So I saw this randomly. It's a con called Anime Matsuri, but why I highlighted it is because they have a badge tier that's only the exhibit hall. So like instead of going like to the full con, you can get just the exhibit hall for $20. And I want to know if, for you guys, it's a day only. Is that yay or nay? Like, would you pay money to go like only do the vendor area at a con?
But what is the other tier? Is it like the con? Is it the exhibit hall plus like the programming?
No, it's legit just exhibit hall. So you could for $20 you can only go to the exhibit hall, or you can get like your regular day pass for like it's like $65, and then Saturday is $70, so that's the most expensive one, and then Sunday is $45. But
the day pass includes
so if you get the full day pass, the full day pass includes everything. So you can go to like programming or exhibit hall, but if you get the day pass of exhibit hall only, you can literally only go to the exhibit hall.
And if the exhibit hall, I'm assuming that's where the vendors are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like literally just a vending area for $20. Or
so you just pay money to go spend money.
Pretty much.
I mean, I guess like that's cool, I guess, because there's a lot of people that go to things that just want to like buy merch. They want to buy art. They want to like do this stuff. So, I mean, but yeah, there are people that go to cons that are not interested in going to programming at all. So, I mean, I guess that's cool because you have a cheaper option. Like if you are one of those people that know that you never go to panels, that you never go to the programming or anything like that, but you still have to pay $90, like the full price, to know that you're never gonna go to the programming. I feel like that's cool. You're a cheaper option for you, because you're spending less to then go spend money on merch, whereas like before you were spending $80 to go spend more, but you're only like there for half the experience. I'm for it. I'm yay for that.
I think I am too. I forget which con. It was a local con in the area, but I didn't end up going to any panels, but I paid for the actual day pass. And I was like, man, I wish I could have had like just the exhibit hall pass because that's all I did today.
Yeah, I'm yay for that.
No, I'm on the fence just because I feel like these events are already super duper crowded. It's not like they're like the vending floors are empty. You know what I mean? Like some of these conventions, you're like squeezing through tight spaces already. And now to offer a cheaper ticket to just have access to that already crowded space is like...
Oh, you think it's going to make it more crowded?
Absolutely.
Definitely will be that. I think one of the drawbacks I see is I think it'll invite scalper culture to cons, because like some things that you feel like you can only buy at cons, like that the Sanrio sweaters that I got that Shannon was pretending that she was into, like stuff like that you can only get at cons. Like if people are going there just to buy the things, and like they'll probably just go in, buy everything, and then try to sell it on Etsy or eBay later on at an even more expensive price. It's already marked up at the con.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wasn't even thinking about that, James. Yeah,
that's a very good point.
And it's not like these cons. Well, I don't know which con this is referring to, but like these cons aren't hurting for like attendance. I feel like most cons. Let me not say all.
Is this a new con? I've never heard of this con before.
It's been going on a while. It's in Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, those are some good counterpoints to that. I mean, I get it on the side of like people that just come for the vendor booths, they get a cheaper option. But yeah, it probably will make it more crowded, and it probably will influence the scum to come in and buy up all the stuff that you want.
And then
yes.
also, is the stuff that I'm getting besides the first floor worth the extra money type of thing? Because like you already spending extra money to like go to certain programs. You can't even go take a picture or do some of these stuff without buying a whole separate thing for that. So I'm paying extra money. And I gotta pay for the events that I go see. Like, what's the value difference between the 20 and the regular ticket is what I'm asking.
Like, what is the programming?
Yeah, like what is available to you that's not available to the cheaper ticket? That would
whatever
to me.
Whatever panels they have going on in the main event section. It looks like there's a Disney princess party, a cosplay contest, a hallway cosplay contest, so 2 different cosplay contests, maybe a karaoke battle, anime bingo. Club AM is gonna...
The largest rave in Houston, they call it.
Oh, interesting. Oh no, I lost the page. Where did it go? Hold on. A fashion show, wrestling Matsuri, and then Anime Academy. And there's probably more stuff too, like the actual panels and stuff. But that's the thing though, also, like, you don't get a panel schedule until like later. So it's like, I buy my ticket, but I don't even know what kind of programming y'all are about to have because the schedule doesn't come out until like a little bit closer to. So that's also just like kind of like a...
It's a gamble.
It is a gamble because I'm gonna pay my money for my badge, and then the programming sucks. So it's just like, wow, I wasted my money. But yeah, so I mean, I understand. I appreciate them trying to make it more accessible and more affordable to just depending on what you want to get out of the experience. It's a cool thought.
And then also, not to beat a dead horse, but I also kind of think that even in that first floor, they should find a way to like, if you have just the first floor ticket. Hey, there's a line for you at each vendor, but if I have the full ticket, there should be like a separate line. You shouldn't have to wait on the same line as the cheaper ticket to buy your stuff, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I feel like they gotta do like timed windows. Like let's say the full badge holders, you can get, earlier access than the people that have the exhibit only. Like you get, 2 hours or so before they can get in there to at least take a look before you open the tickets.
Something like that, because I'm just imagining these long lines now at the vendor tables for all these $20 tickets, and I'm here with my full price ticket. And I want to buy something. I gotta wait with the $20 people. This sounds really like crazy the way it sounds.
Oh, that's true too. That's true.
You know what I mean? So
lots of double-edged swords there to consider.
Yeah, I think this is the first year that they're doing this, so we'll see how it pans out. So. Anniversary, this is their 20th anniversary. So the con has been around a while, so it definitely has its own, fan base. So I'm definitely curious to see how this pans out for them. But I know that con floor is going to be slam-packed.
It's going to be crazy, for sure. All right, let's start getting through some of this other stuff because we are running up the time here. What's going on with Jujutsu Kaisen? A new director?
So just Mappa had their anniversary presentation on June 19th. And that's where they announced all this stuff. So yeah, we got the season 4 Culling Game Part 2 trailer.
Season 3 Part 2.
Why they saying it's season 4?
It's not season 4.
Art definitely does say season 4.
But it's not season 4 though, right? It's season 3.
Okay. Maybe
part
it's
2,
a typo,
right?
I don't know.
Season 3 Part 2. The Culling this article is a liar, right? Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. So supposedly the production team is getting a new director.
Cool.
Takeru Sato. And while Shota Gosho Zono becomes the chief director. So that's supposed to make that's the production changes they made. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. Are you guys excited for this? I still got to catch up, and Jake.
No, I'm not. I don't care. I'm going to watch it, but I don't care.
I'm thrilled for this.
You said you're over it too?
No, I'm thrilled.
No, he's thrilled. I'm over it.
Okay, because I'm like,
it's gonna be some wall texts, but it's gonna be some.
I was about to say, did the change of director does that mean we're not gonna get block walls on block text walls anymore? Because that's the only way that I'll be excited about this.
Yeah, I know I had my criticisms of like the over explaining of like stuff and the explaining of the powers and everything, but like in terms of like just animation and pure visual spectacle, this anime is up there. It's one of the top.
Why are they referring to this as season 4? It's not season 4. Sorry.
That's really bothering you.
It even says that on YouTube. Yeah.
It's season 3. I'm so confused. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Anyway.
So some other stuff was announced. I'm just gonna get this out the way real quick. I was really hyped up for this event because I thought we were getting some Attack on Titan news.
Why? What more Attack on Titan news do you want? It's over.
More Attack on Titan.
Anyway, Jaja, Attack on Titan is over. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you knew this, but Attack on Titan is done.
Nope, I don't believe it. We're gonna find a way to bring it back. We need that greatness back. But anyway, they did come out with a visualizer. It was just a poster of adult Mikasa, I think, walking up to the tree that Eren was buried at, and I guess I think they hyped up the video game a little bit too. So nothing new as crazy been announced for Attack on Titan. So just getting that out the way. We did get some announcements for some of the stuff coming up. We got Dorohedoro season 3. Are any of you watching that?
I watched the first season. I haven't gotten to the second season yet, but I do plan to.
Yeah, that anime is on my list. I just haven't got around to it. And then we're getting Ranma 1/2. I think that's a Netflix.
That animation, it looks like Inuyasha. That it reminds me very much of like, or like something similar. But yeah, I haven't seen that, but it looks cool. The trailer.
Also getting Beat and Motion is getting an anime adaptation. Also going to be a Netflix series. Oh, so yeah, one of the announcements is that I think there's some type of Netflix partnership going on with Mappa, and I don't know if their content's going to be exclusive to Netflix, but it seems like they're in a partnership with Mappa to get a lot of their stuff. And you know, Mappa's one of my favorite anime production studios.
Oh, we all know that. Okay. And before the podcast started, me and James were talking about this trailer for Jimoto Psycho. This trailer looks crazy. I'm like, what am I watching right now? Because it starts off looking really cute, and then it just is about. Then you see somebody doing like a line of coke, and then you see somebody shooting somebody. It's like a whole thing. It's very interesting. James, are you gonna watch this?
I might check it out. It looks like some insane stuff is going on. So
it does.
By insane, I mean like I was not expecting that. Like
yes.
I'll probably check it out.
I'll check it out just because I feel like it's impossible not to check it out, just because the art style is so different from like suggests something very different from what is actually from what you actually end up seeing. So it's kind of crazy. Did you watch this trailer, Jaja?
I did not watch the trailer.
Okay. Well, you gotta look at that at some point because it's a little bizarre. But yeah, cool stuff coming up from Mappa.
Just to know, yeah, they are going into this partnership with Mappa to expand their footprint in Japan. The agreement with Toho Studios will double Netflix production footprint in Japan and introduce large-scale sound stages, allowing for more ambitious sets and expanded production capability. Sounds like there's some live action stuff coming, and there's like a list of shows already slated to come to Netflix. A lot of them, I have no idea what they are. Like Quiztopia. Have y'all ever seen that? Have y'all heard anything about that?
Nope.
These might be like game shows and stuff like that too. It seems like game shows and stage plays, I think.
So it's going to be interesting to watch.
For sure. All right. Shall we move on really quickly to our TV movie news? So we got another Spider-Man trailer, presumably the last one before the movie comes out. I think we are, like a month away from Spider-Man? The trailer looks awesome. You see a lot of Bruce Banner in here. You see a lot of some of the villains. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a great movie. I'm very excited.
There are some people, I saw somebody talking about how MJ is being introduced in this movie. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the clip where she's introducing herself as MJ the Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. It's more of like that classic relationship that we had between them in like back in the day, where it was like Spider-Man has a crush on her, he's trying to get her, but there's something that's always blocking him from connecting with her in that type of way. So this might feel truer to like, you know, the older, how we remember Spider-Man and MJ, that interaction.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Did anyone get their tickets already? No? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Well,
I may as well, yeah.
You may as well. Tickets are on sale. I haven't gotten mine either, but I'm going to. But yeah, I'm super, super, super excited. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. I was trying to avoid watching the trailer just because, like, I'm good at this point. Like, at this point, I just want to watch the movie and see what I'm going to get. But
and also the big thing for this movie, apparently, is like, you know, the whole mutant thing. It seems like we're getting like some type of pathway into the mutant saga that's going to make sense for this universe. You know, it seems like he's going through some mutations and everything. with his powers. So that's pretty cool to see.
Yes. Yeah. If they're turning him into a mutant, that's interesting. If that's the direction that we're going with. So that's kind of cool. Because it seems like, because there was a scene in this trailer where he was able to produce webs like from his body, whereas like he wasn't able to do that before. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. But yeah, couple weeks away from that.
I mean, while we're on the subject of Spider-Man, real quick, we're also 1 year away from Beyond the Spider-Verse coming out.
Wow,
Need
1
that.
year.
Finally gonna get some closure there.
Unless it gets delayed again. Who knows? Well, let's not say that. Knock on wood, it won't get delayed again.
Hopefully
But
not.
fine. I feel like it's been years. When did the last one come out?
A while ago. That's
Too
why I
long
brought it
ago.
up. I saw this article saying, "Oh, we're 1 year away. Okay, finally we can start like counting down a little bit to this movie."
I feel like I was on a whole different stage of life when the last movie came out. No, wait, hold on. What was the last one called?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think.
No, wasn't that the first one?
It's been that long.
No, that was the first one. What was the name of the second one?
Not sure.
Oh, it's called Across the Spider-Verse.
Thank you.
Across.
When
Spider-
did that come out?
Across, and then Beyond. It dropped 2023.
Okay, so it's not terrible. It just feels like it was longer than that. All right.
4 years
Well, yeah.
is a long time to wait for your next movie.
I mean, but I feel like when you think about any sequel in animated movies, like they always take a long time. Like they always do. Even between because the first one came out in 2018. It took the same amount of time between the first one and the second one because the first one came out in 2018. So when you look at it that way, I guess. But yeah, lots of stuff to look forward to in our summer of content. House of Dragon starts today. Well, it already started by the time you're listening to this. So excited for that. I don't remember what happened in the last season. I gotta watch a recap video before I watch that tonight. But yeah, James, I know you're not excited for that, but it's fine. It's fine. Anything else before you wrap up for this week?
Real quick, we've talked about this before, but Marvel and DC, the shows that they're coming out with animated wise this summer are supposed to make history as being like one of the most highly anticipated like animated shows summer we're getting from them. So I mean, we talked about this real quick. June 13th, My Adventures with Superman comes back, and
that happened already. June. What day is it? It's the 21st.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I need to start watching that.
So yeah,
Start watching
that show is on right now as we speak, and then we're getting X-Men 97 on July 1st. So that's in a couple days, like a week. And then on July 31st, we're getting Batman Cape Crusader. So all three of these shows are high on my watch list. And yeah, should be a fun animated summer for these two studios.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be good. All right. So stick with us, everyone, as we watch these shows and talk about them on the Blerds podcast. Oh, sorry. Whoa, I lost my train of thought. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining in for another week of the pod. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerds Nerds, follow us on TikTok, BlerdsNerds_pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you listen to our podcast on audio, and if you don't have time to watch the video episodes, still though, just head on over to our YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe, like the video that you just listened to the audio version of. We'd appreciate it. You can email us, blerdsnerds@gmail.com, if you're a creator of color in the nerd space and you want to come on to talk about your work. And yeah, just continue to tell a friend about the Blerds Nerds podcast. Thank you all for your continued support. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.